today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 easy, unconventional shapes that are going to help you sound fusion. What color is this? Purple. It's yellow. Purple? I don't know. Hello, my name is David. Welcome to this channel, which is all about helping you develop your musical personality on the instrument. And today I'm sharing with you 5 shapes that are going to help you get outside of the conventional box. This is a technique that's used a lot in jazz rock fusion, but it can be used in any musical genres: blues, funk, any kind of modern music where you want to bring the listener somewhere a little bit different so that he can have a little adventure and bring him back in. This is very important. The following 5 shapes are just that. They're shapes. They make sense visually, as you will see, but if you start analyzing these shapes, they're not going to make any sense at all. That's okay, because we're going to use these shapes to bring the listener outside and then bringing them back in. And the way you can do that is by focusing on the rhythm. We're going to use a backing track that you can download for free. Link is below. Sign up once, get access to the downloads for this lesson, the shapes, and many other lessons on the channel. But if we have this track here, we can subdivide it rhythmically. We can start speaking rhythmically over this. I say this all the time. It's fundamental. When do you use these shapes? Use them when the drummer in you would play a fill. So maybe here, taka 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 ta. That is a short fill. Taka 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 ta. A longer fill might be taka ta ta taka 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 ta 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 taka ta 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 ta. Something like that. Approach like a drummer, you'll be fine. And when you're not playing the fill, play, in this case, A dorian, A minor pentatonic. Okay, enough of that. Let's take a look at the first shape. Here it is. Now, like I said, the notes don't really matter. It's the visual aspect because it'll allow you to remember that shape. And you can see that it's a 3-note per string thing where we're actually going to start memorizing this from the first string. If we're in A dorian first position, right here between frets 5 and 8, and we're going to be on the first string, frets 5, 7, 8. That's in. Those notes are going to work over the backing track. We're in A dorian, that's the root, major second, minor third, and then things get a little bizarre, but that's okay. We're not going to analyze those notes. Basically, we're taking that shape, which I'm playing with the index, ring, pinky, and then we're going to go on the second string, 1 fret higher, third string, 1 fret higher, and so forth. So that's our shape. Let's hear it over the backing track. Sounds bizarre, right? Some notes are in, some are out, but there's a coherence in it because of that pattern. It's kind of symmetrical, right? Now, if we use the drummer technique that I shared with you earlier, we play in, and then we're gonna go outside when a drummer would do a fill. This is what it sounds like. Start in. And that's what it sounds like. Now, because the notes don't really matter, it means that, in essence, you could start this shape from anywhere you want. We started it on the 5th fret because visually it makes more sense to tie it to the first position of A dorian, but you can start it from anywhere you want. You'll be fine as long as you go back in. Let's take a look at the second shape. This is what the shape looks like, and this is how you play it. So we're going to take these 2 sticks of the cross individually. We're going to start this again from wherever you want, but visually it makes more sense to tie it to the first position of a minor pentatonic scale, or A dorian in this case. So right here, and I'm going to start the first cross, the first leg of the cross, however you want to call it, the first stick, this way on the root, which is the 6th string, 5th fret, and then we're going to go 1 fret higher and 1 string higher. And we'll repeat that. So we've got these 4 notes right there. Then we're going to do the opposite. So once we reached the 3rd string, 8th fret, we are going to reverse this with the index on the 5th fret, and then we're going to basically do it the other way around. Now, what do you do with this? Well, you can start developing licks, maybe something like this, and then 1 fret higher, 1 higher, until you are landing on a note of the scale. Now, the best way to internalize this is to use it over the backing track. I'm going to start in A dorian. By the way, if you're not comfortable with dorian, minor pentatonic spine, because you find the minor pentatonic within the dorian mode. We're going to use that shape, and we can start it from anywhere you want, any string, it doesn't matter. So see if you can recognize where the shape comes in. Yeah, it was there. Here it is. Again. And you can do a lot of different things with this. Maybe reverse it, start it on different strings, maybe play it starting on each of the strings. As long as you have that rhythm subdivision, you're fine. And as long as you bring back the listener where you started. Very important. Okay, let's take a look at the next shape. This is a weird one. 3 notes per strings. Again, we're gonna start this, visualize this from the first position of A dorian, but you can start it from anywhere you want. Let's start it from the low E string, frets 5, 6, and 9. Big stretch there. So that's the shape, and we're gonna repeat this across all the strings. I can't stress enough that the notes themselves don't make any sense at all. It's just the ease of memorization that is important. So yes, you can totally make up your own shapes. You can just start drawing things and decide to use that in your improvisation. Now for me, when I see a shape like this, I will tend to play legato. Something like this maybe. Developing ideas with a shape. Where we've got this pattern. I'm starting with the pinky here on the 9th fret, then index on the 5, 6, 9, 6, 5. So that all together, repeated on the 2nd string. And the cool thing with this is that you're landing on a note of the scale. So let's try to incorporate this shape over the backing track. I'm going to start in, because the drummer wouldn't start with a fill necessarily right away. Again, you can start it from anywhere. Kind of messed up there, but there's something there if you develop it, which is what I hope you do with the backing track and the charts linked below. Okay, let's take a look at the next shape. Another weird one, but visually it makes sense. It's easy to remember. We're going to tie this to the first position of the minor pentatonic scale. What we're doing here basically is alternating index pinky with middle ring. This is what it looks like. Low E string, frets 5, 8, followed by 6, 7. 5, 8, 6, 7, 5, 8, 6, 7. Let's apply this over the backing track. I'm going to start with the first position of A minor pentatonic, A minor blues, A dorian. It is. So notice how the rhythm is really important with these different shapes. Rhythm is almost more important than the notes that you're playing. Have that solid foundation and you'll be good to go. Let's take a look at the next shape. The fifth and last shape I'm going to share with you has kind of a chromatic flavor to it. Again, it's a 3-note per string type of shape. We're going to start on the low E string 5th fret because that's our visual reference point. But again, start it from anywhere you want. And we're going to ascend 3 consecutive notes. So on frets 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to go to the next string 1 fret higher. So that's 6, 7, 8. Same thing on the next string 1 fret higher. That'll be 7, 8, 9, and so forth. Now you can do this in reverse if you'd like to. So instead of ascending this, descend it. And let's see what it sounds like over the backing track. Let's try it from here. And so forth. There's so many new ideas that can come from just looking at the shapes, visualizing them, and thinking rhythmically over them. Make sure you download the backing track and the diagrams for the different shapes that we covered today. There's a link in the description of this video that'll take you to a sign up page. Sign up once, and then you have unlimited lifetime access to the downloads for this video, but also many other videos on the channel, and new videos are added daily. Check it out. And this would not be a David Wallerman video if I didn't tell you to subscribe if you have not already done so. That way you don't miss anything. Make sure you hit that bell notification. And if you want to stick around on the channel, well, you can look at the top one, but the bottom one, that video, check it out. Thank you so much for watching this. I'll see you very soon.